where I discussed the LL Flooring situation, how they were basically going bankrupt, formerly Lumber Liquidators. And I mentioned that I thought Home Depot and some of these big box home improvement stores would probably not follow suit in terms of failing, but would probably be guiding lower. Well, we got Home Depot's earnings out this morning. This is out of CNN, so I want to jump on real quick. About to take my mom to a doctor appointment. Thought I would just jump on and share this with you guys. Hopefully the reception's okay. Sitting in the car, the air conditioner's on, so hopefully the reception is all right. Home Depot out of CNN. Home Depot issues a warning about the economy. It says Home Depot says consumers are feeling crummy about the economy and they're dishing out less to remodel their homes, right? No surprise. The home improvement giant, a bellwether of consumer spending and the housing market, lowers its sales expectations for the year. It said customers were spending less on home improvement projects, pressured by higher interest rates and concerns that the economy is getting worse. Home Depot's business is closely tied to the housing market, and the high interest rates, it says, are putting pressure and brakes on the market. During the quarter, higher interest rates and a greater macroeconomic uncertainty. How often are we hearing that now? Pressured consumer demand more broadly, resulting in weaker spend across home improvement projects, according to Ted Decker, Home Depot's CEO. This guy says in a news release, same sales sales at stores open at least a year dropped 3.6% last quarter, the company said on Tuesday. It expects, this is important, listen to this, guys, it expects sales at stores open at least 12 months to fall between 3 and 4% this year compared to last year. That's down from its earlier estimate that sales would fall by 1%. So look at, they have basically quadrupled their negative outlook. They thought that the store sales would be declining by 1%. Stores open more than a year. Now they're saying they're going to fall between 3 and 4%. That is a major readjustment in their expectations, okay? Consumer demand for home improvements has been slumping for about a year, and the company said the story hasn't changed much. Still, according to the CEO, he says we remain optimistic about long-term fundamentals supporting home improvement. Says Home Depot stock fell 5% in pre-market trading. Home prices, as we know, have been very, very high nationwide, and demand for housing, it still says, still overwhelms supply. Look, there's another article that came out of Zero Hedge on this same topic, and this is interview with CNBC. The CFO of Home Depot, Richard McPhail, said consumers have been undergoing a deferral mindset since the middle of 2023. The reason is straightforward. High mortgage rates have paralyzed the housing market, and elevated inflation and high interest rates in general have led households to pull back on spending. I think it's that, but let me know what you think. I think it's also consumers are just tapped out. We discuss it all the time on this channel. Consumers have maxed out their credit cards. They can no longer afford to build more decks around their house, put more new flooring in, and do these home improvement projects. Even the ones that have this lock-in mortgage effect, they can't change out of a 3% fixed rate and sell their house because they're going to get stuck with a 7 or 7.5% mortgage. Okay, but I think it's the mainstream will never come out and say, look at they're always going to blame it on the interest rates or something out of the consumer's control. A lot of this is in the consumer's control. From my perspective, consumers have been spending wildly. We know that credit card limits are higher than ever. We know that credit card defaults are on the rise. And we know these credit cards are carrying what? Plus 20%, 22%, 23%, 29% interest rates. Okay, so a lot of it is having to do with that as well. McPhail said, pros tell us that for the first time, their customers aren't just deferring because of higher financing costs, they're deferring because of a sense of greater uncertainty in the economy. What our customers tell their pros is everything I read tells me interest rates will be lower in 3 to 6 months. The exec said, explaining why would I borrow to finance the project now rather than just wait a few months. Okay, some of it is that. But there are no guarantees, guys, that the Fed is going to start lowering rates. I know that's the expectation on Wall Street. Everybody's looking forward to going out and taking on more debt at hopefully lower rates. We have to wait and see. We're going to, I believe, get CPI numbers tomorrow, and if those CPI numbers are not considerably weaker, we may not have a Fed pivot, okay, like the market's expecting in September. Let me address one other thing, and then I'll cut it short today. I got to go pick up my mom, but I had a comment from yesterday's video about LL Flooring, the formerly known as Lumber Liquidators. And this viewer said that he or she had installed a bunch of flooring using their product, and the flooring buckled or had some kind of problem with moisture, and that there was a class action suit, and that they joined the class action suit, and when it was resolved, they got a $20 gift card in the mail. Something like that. It was an insult, right? And my thought is, and we're going to start doing this more on this channel, about tying in the law, because as you guys know, I'm a practicing business, contract, real estate attorney. I do a lot of construction dispute cases as well. And, I'm going to be embarking more on this acquisition phase for my own personal portfolio of real estate. So not only are we going to take you guys on this journey, but I think it'll be important to kind of tease out things that I can share with you and hopefully educate you, not giving you specific legal advice, but maybe turning you in the right direction on some issues. This one bothered me, this comment. I thought to myself, well, I guarantee that whoever that person is that posted the comment spent more than $20 on that flooring. It's probably thousands of dollars. So guys, when is it time to consider suing? And again, I'm not a sue-happy guy. I'm a litigator, and I am the first one to tell people to avoid filing lawsuits if you can. But look, if you get in a situation like that with one of these, suppliers, or you have some products in your home that are faulty, look, guys, why don't you consider in your jurisdiction small claims court? You don't have to hire a lawyer. Matter of fact, in California, you cannot have a lawyer be present in small claims proceedings. It's now $12,500 if you're an individual, or if you're a business owned that you own. It's $12,500. You can file a small claims complaint. Usually, it's very, very simple. You can fill out the forms, online, submit them. You have to have the defendant serve with the lawsuit by a process server. You have a few costs there. And look, you could show up. A lot of times, these defendants don't even show up at these small claims hearings. Okay, so I think it's important that you get to a point where people don't want to be adversarial. They don't want to push the envelope. They don't want to stand up for themselves, right? So at what point in time are you guys going to stop getting taken advantage of? That one post upset me. All I thought to myself was, why would you sit back and look there are some small claims cases that make sense to join, okay? Obviously, some of those mesothelioma cases and things like that, major health issues, different story. But these small claims things, I get them all the time in the mail. Oh, your Verizon or this or that. And you end up getting what? This person said a $20 gift card after being probably out thousands of dollars. Probably had to hire someone to tear out that floor and fix it and pay to reinstall it. Guys, start considering small claims as an avenue. Is it the end all be all? No. And do you have to then go collect on the judgment once you get it? Sure you do. So what? Turn it over to a collection company, give them a little piece of the pie. You don't have to have any lawyers involved for that stuff, all right? So do your own homework on small claims, but guys, stand up for yourself on some of this, especially when I see people getting taken advantage of all the time. And you don't have to worry about getting lawyers involved, and you don't have to worry about being intimidated by the system. They set up small claims in these jurisdictions to help people out, to make it a more efficient way to pursue claims. Judges that normally hear small claims cases, that's all they hear, so they usually try to keep these things running. I'm not saying there aren't pitfalls with it, but surely it's better than, getting screwed on something like that, and we're talking about the flooring and this particular company, I just wanted to bring it up. I'm gonna start doing some other shows on this, and I'll also discuss with you guys, you know, target defendants. In this case, it would have been lumber liquidators that would have been the defendant. When you have contractors you're using, you know, again, we're going to discuss this about using licensed contractors for meaningful type jobs, okay, and how they have to be licensed and what kind of insurance they have to carry, and in most states how they have to be bonded, okay. So I want to educate you guys on this so you understand different avenues that you can be going. So don't just get screwed over when things happen. We're going to start as things get more desperate, as the economy starts to deteriorate. There's going to be a lot more quick buck type artists out there trying to scam, trying to give you subpar products, whatever it is, whether it's home improvement products or otherwise. So you guys have got to start standing up for yourself. I'm not lecturing. I just wanted to say that you know, it's kind of my mindset's what I do for a living. And again, I'll be the first guy to say you want to avoid at all costs having to go get a lawyer to file a lawsuit. So look at small claims or something like that. You could solve a problem. Hope that was helpful. About 11 minutes here. I got to get off the line, but we'll be tuning in soon with some more stuff. Watch what's happening with the markets today. I saw them come out green, and again, cheerleaders are out saying everything is fine. But guys, look at what's happening with the bellwether stuff. Everything is not fine. All right. So let's go off for today, and I will talk to all you guys, you know, pretty soon. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Let me see if I can turn this thing off.